Hey peeps, what's up? Manchi here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to do our comparison of the Google Pixel 7a versus the Google Pixel 7. So if you're on the fence about which one should you buy, then this is the video which is going to help you determine which phone you should spend your hard-earned money on, whether you should get the cheaper Google Pixel 7a or you should get the expensive Google Pixel 7. What are the features which Google Pixel 7 brings to the table which make it a bit more expensive than the Google Pixel 7a? Those are all the questions we're going to answer in this video, and of course the video is divided into chapters and links to those can be found in the description of this video. So without any further delay, let us get down to business. Let us start off with the size and the weight. So the Google Pixel 7 over here, this one is definitely a bit taller, a bit wider, and a tad bit heavier than the Google Pixel 7a. The Google Pixel 7 weighs in at 197 grams, whereas the Google Pixel 7a weighs in at 193 grams. So that's a difference of only 4 grams. As for the height and width, well, the best way to explain this is the fact that the Google Pixel 7a fits in the case for the Google Pixel 7, but it is a bit loose, and you can see the bezels of or the frame of the Google Pixel 7a. So it's only a tad bit smaller, but if you're looking for a phone which is one-handed friendly, then the Google Pixel 7a has a little bit of edge. Next up, let us jump over to the in-hand feel and ergonomics. So the weight distribution on both the Google Pixel 7a and the Google Pixel 7 is pretty good, and it is almost the same. With respect to your ergonomics, the buttons are placed at exactly the same positions. So here it is, you can see that the bottoms are lining up, and so are your volume rockers and the power button. So the placement here is exactly the same. That is where your thumb will rest naturally when you're holding the phone from the side on the volume rockers, and the same thing can be said for the fingerprint scanner as well. That is where your thumb is going to rest when you put your thumb on the screen. So ergonomics, awesome placement of the buttons and the fingerprint scanner. Another thing is that the edge here is a bit sharp on both the Google Pixel 7a and the Google Pixel 7. The reason for that is the frame of the phone wraps around the display, which is why you have this sharp edge, because the frame and the display are sitting flush, as you can see on your screen right now. Next up, let us talk about the design. So metal frame on both the Google Pixel 7 and the Google Pixel 7a. Here it is on the bottom, you have your speakers, antenna band, and your Type-C port. On this side, you have your volume rockers and the power button. Super tactile, super clicky, no issue in those regards. Then on top, you have your noise cancelling mic, and the Pixel 7a has an extra antenna band. On the other side, you have your SIM card. Yes, both of them have a physical SIM card slot, and on the back, that is where we have a difference. So for one, you will notice that the camera bar on the Google Pixel 7 is more prominent than what you have on the Google Pixel 7a. Other than that, the back here, both of them are glossy, but the Google Pixel 7a over here is plastic back. This one here is Gorilla Glass Victus. Both of them are fingerprint magnets. When light is thrown on the backs at the right angles, you can see your fingerprints and your smudges. Now the camera bar on the Google Pixel 7 protruding out or being more prominent than the Google Pixel 7a gives it an edge in the fact that if you're holding the phone one-handed, this camera bar popping out or protruding out so much is a natural place for your index finger to rest. The Google Pixel 7a does not have that advantage because it is not protruding out that much. Important thing to note over here is that this here is aluminium and it is prone to scratching. For now, we do not know the material of the camera bar on the Google Pixel 7a. We will have to wait for Zach or Jerry Rig Everything's durability test video to confirm the material on the camera bar on the Google Pixel 7. 7a. Another thing, it is a known issue that the camera lens on the Google Pixel 7 is known to randomly crack out of nowhere, and we do not know whether the same issue plagues the Google Pixel 7a or not, or did Google fix that issue. Next up, we can jump over to the display. So 6.1-inch Samsung AMOLED panel on the Google Pixel 7a, flat display. Google Pixel 7, 6.3 inches, Samsung AMOLED panel, flat display, 1080p. So both the displays are comparable and the colors are good because this is Samsung over here. Not as good as the Super AMOLED panels, but good enough for this price point. Now, what gives Google Pixel 7's display an edge is the fact that the bezels on the Google Pixel 7a are a bit too much in my humble opinion. The Google Pixel 7 might be a good balance of bezels, even though a lot of people don't like bezels, but I think they are a necessary evil if you want a flat display. Both of these displays are running at 90 hertz, so pretty good displays, and yes, both of them do have a little bit of rainbowing effect if you tilt them at the right angles, but I'm pretty sure you're generally looking at your phone straight on when you're consuming media. As for the green tint at low brightness, I do not have that issue on any of the Google Pixel 7a or the Google Pixel 7, but do note this is a known issue with AMOLED panels, and if you do get a display which has green tint with a dark background and low brightness, feel free to get your phone replaced. And other than that, both of these displays are equally good or equally bad outdoors in direct sunlight with the sun shining directly on top of the phones. Then we can jump over to haptics and speakers. So the vibration motor and the haptics on the Google Pixel 7 are definitely flagship level, whereas those on the Google Pixel 7a are mid-range level. With respect to the speakers, both of these phones have stereo speakers. Me personally, I would give the edge to the Google Pixel 7 just by a little bit. Not that the speakers on the Google Pixel 7a are bad, but in terms of haptics and speakers, Google Pixel 7 has a slight edge.
If your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen, I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows. Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows.
Next up, let us talk about the battery and charging for the Google Pixel 7 and the Google Pixel 7a. So the Google Pixel 7 has a 4335 milliamp hour battery. The Google Pixel 7a, as per device info hardware application, has a 4300 milliamp hour battery. Not much of a difference, 35 milliamp hours. The charging times, well, the Google Pixel 7 supports maximum 20 watts wired charging, and as per leaks, the Google Pixel 7a supports 18 watts wired charging. It could be max 20 watts for both of them, but the charging times are also not much different. So 0 to 100 for the Google Pixel 7 is 1 hour and 40 minutes. For the Google Pixel 7a, it is 1 hour and 57 minutes. So almost 2 hours, but again, the difference from 0 to 100 is like 17 minutes. So there's that. And the other thing is that both of them have wireless charging. The Google Pixel 7 has faster wireless charging. The Google Pixel 7a, I think the wireless charging speed is like 5 watts, not like much, but it is there. And the Google Pixel 7 also has reverse wireless charging, which is not present on the Google Pixel 7a. I think both of these phones, with normal usage, no gaming, a bit of social media, emails, some phone calls, should easily last you one day. I do have some numbers on the screen right now with different scenarios for the Google Pixel 7a. Then we can jump over to biometrics. Both of them have optical under display fingerprint scanners. They are not the super fast ultrasonic fingerprint scanners, and I think both of them have the same fingerprint scanner because the speeds are almost the same, if not exactly the same, and none of them unlock with unrecognized fingerprints. Then both of them have face unlock, which is using the front camera, and in both of these cases you cannot use face unlock for payments. You can only use it to unlock your device because they are using the normal 2D camera on the front. They do not have special IR cameras or special face unlock hardware like you have on the iPhones. Then we can talk about the modem and connectivity. So the Google Pixel 6 series, which includes the Pixel 6, the Pixel 6 Pro, and the Google Pixel 6a, were plagued with modem issues. You would have 5G disconnect, signal dropping. Well, they have fixed those issues with the Google Pixel 7 series, and the modem from the Google Pixel 7 has carried over to the Google Pixel 7a, which means they have the same modem and your connection should be stable. It should be good enough, not bad like what you had on the Google Pixel 6 series. Moving over to the cameras, the Google Pixel 7a has a 64 megapixel Sony sensor. The Google Pixel 7 has a main 50 megapixel Samsung sensor. Do note that the rear camera capabilities of both the Google Pixel 7 and the Google Pixel 7a in terms of photos and videos is exactly the same. Both of them are capable of recording up to 4K 60 FPS. On the front camera, that is where you will have a bit of difference. The Google Pixel 7a can record up to 4K 30 FPS, whereas on the Google Pixel 7 you can do 4K 60 FPS from the front camera, and both of them on the front are fixed focal length cameras. So that is one drawback which both of them share with respect to the front camera. Now, with respect to the quality of pictures and videos, that is something which differs from person to person, and I do recommend that you watch our detailed comparison of the Google Pixel 7a versus the Google Pixel 7 with respect to cameras, which is linked in the description of the video. But to cut it short, the Google Pixel 7 shines or beats the Google Pixel 7a in low light pictures and in low light videos. Other than that, the only difference is with respect to the white balance in broad daylight or in good lighting conditions, and the Google Camera app does let you adjust the white balance to your liking. So do go ahead and watch our detailed comparison video of pictures and videos from the Google Pixel 7a versus the Google Pixel 7, linked in the description of the video. That will help you make a better decision as to which phone you should buy if you're looking for good pictures and good videos. But if you were to ask me, hey Manchi, which camera do you prefer? Me personally, I prefer the pictures taken from the Google Pixel 7 because they are more natural, but some people do like the white balance from the Google Pixel 7a as well. So again, pictures and videos are a personal preference. Next up, we can talk about overheating. Do these phones overheat? Now, do note 4K 60 FPS recording has been a weak point for the Google Pixels and the Google Tensor in general. And yes, the Google Pixel 7a does overheat if you're recording for extended period of time at 4K 60 FPS. And by extended periods of time, I mean anything above 10 minutes, it can overheat anytime. And the Google Pixel 7 over here, yes, this one also overheats if you're recording at 4K 60 FPS. Generally for me, this one overheats at above 15 minutes, and the ambient temperatures where I tested this was around 74 to 75 Fahrenheit, which is like 24-25 degrees Celsius. So yes, it is pretty disappointing that overheating issues have been carried over and Google does not want to fix them. So to conclude the video, which one should you get? Should you get the Pixel 7a or should you get the Google Pixel 7? Let us summarize what the Google Pixel 7 gives you more than the Google Pixel 7a. So for starters, the Google Pixel 7 has better materials on the front and on the back. Gorilla Glass, Victus, and on the Google Pixel 7a over here, you have Gorilla Glass and plastic on the back. Then the Google Pixel 7 also has superior vibration motor and slightly better speakers. Then the Pixel 7 has a slightly bigger 6.3-inch display with better bezels, and the Pixel 7a has a 6.1-inch display with bigger bezels, 90 Hz, 1080p, that is common across both of those devices. Better low light pictures from the Google Pixel 7, and the white balance is a bit more natural on the Google Pixel 7, and you can also record 4K 60 from the front camera on the Google Pixel 7. Those are the advantages the Pixel 7 has over the Pixel 7a in terms of camera. And the Pixel 7 also has reverse wireless charging, which is not present on the Pixel 7a, and the wireless charging on the Pixel 7 is also faster than that on the Google Pixel 7a. So in the end, in my humble opinion, it all comes down to the prices of the Google Pixel 7 and the Google Pixel 7a when you're wanting to buy either of them. If the price difference between the Google Pixel 7a and the Google Pixel 7 is more than 100 US dollars, then I would get the Google Pixel 7a. If the price difference is less than 100 US dollars, then I would get the Google Pixel 7.